children of Gaza have not just suffered in the war, they have become one of its defining legal fault lines. We recently saw a report from the UN which found that since the 7th of October 2023, the Israeli Defense Force has now killed 20,000 Palestinian children and injured 44,000 more. This is indefensible. The report found evidence of attacks on child essential infrastructure like orphanages and schools, the starvation and torture of detained children. It identified really horrifying evidence that IDF soldiers deliberately shot at children's limbs as some sort of twisted game of target practice. The report found the scale of child deaths is unprecedented to the point that it is unparalleled across modern conflicts globally. And I think we need to come to terms with what it means in this moment in history to be defined this way. And what action is demanded of middle powers like Australia in response. We have international legal institutions to prevent this kind of catastrophe from continuing, to look at the evidence and make a determination. We have the interim findings from the International Court of Justice, the International Criminal Court, and multiple reports from the United Nations outlining Israeli government's breaches of international law amounting to war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. And as a member of the international community, Australia needs to play our part in upholding international law. We must continue to demand the end of hostilities, to enforce the outcomes determined by the ICJ, the ICC, and for further sanctions on Israeli government officials until they meet their obligations. To quote Shannon Bosch in the conversation, under international law, children are supposed to be the most protected people in war. This cannot go on, and I urge the Albanese government to be a middle power that stands up.